Well, I got it loaded. It was easy. He had a little, maybe a 3,000 pound forklift, and just barely enough to pick it up, but I lowered this down and he just drove right back up on it. Got my chains wrapped around, binders, a little shrink wrap around anything that could come loose or come off, a couple straps just to make me feel better. There's no coolant or nothing in it, and I took the brass screens out and the covers so they don't lose them. Anything out of the T-slots. I wanted to video it while I was in there watching, but he didn't really want me videoing in his shop. So he's got 3 years left and I'll be back. He said he's going to retire, and he's got quite a bit more in there I'd like to have. Well, I'll maybe check in a little bit, maybe a rest stop or something, because I'm in Montgomery, Illinois. I'm probably a stone throw from Mr. Pete's. So I got about a 5-hour drive back home. So yeah, made it home. Bumpy ride, 5 hours, but bad idea to set any machine on a pallet. First 100 miles I had to stop all the time and retension the chains, but I had no other way of loading it, so that's what happened. So I'm getting the chains off now. I'm gonna get it backed in, get it unwrapped, unloaded, and go through it. I'm doing is I'm getting the trailer to set it down as far as I can so I don't have to have it hanging up here so high off the ground. Got to pick this off the pallet, set back down. I'm going to lower it back down another 8 inches or so. Try to set it down a little more and retension those and let it down off of it. Pull the trailer out. Only got about 3 inches to go. There it is, it's hanging. Only about 4 inches. Just like that. And before I take this trailer back, I'm going to go all through it and measure it up. I think I'm going to build me one of these. These come in way too handy. I mean, it's just a track. Got a roller down there, idler. 3 of them on it. Rides in that track. Probably make it a little heavier than what this is because these are bowed, or put more gussets in. It just sits on that flat. The spring-loaded bar clamps in right there. Electric hydraulic. This has the brakes on the trailer since it's a rental. But I'd redo that to have axle brakes, electric brakes. Yeah, D-rings all through it. Other than only being 6 foot wide, this is 6 by 12 is what this is. So that's about perfect for what you need. So yeah, I'll go all through that, and then that'll probably end up being a project, building one of these. And on the straps I used, I had this one, I had this in the basket mode, up on the heavy side, but it's rated at 17,200 pounds. And then I had both of these smaller ones on the back. They were in basket at 4,800 pounds each in the basket. You know, choked at 1,900, and then vertical straight pull 2,400. So I had two of those on it. So way overkill, but more is more better. So there it is, sitting down on the floor. And now I'll move you around and get you, we can look at it real good, because even where it was sitting at, I had to look at it with a flashlight. So okay, here's everything that come with it, except for this arbor. I had this came with my Brown & Sharp number 2. It doesn't fit it, but it came with the tooling. So and I almost took that to Arnfest and sold it. So, which is kind of, anyway. I got the 2 supports. There's the bushing for that support. It only fits this. I got an 1.25" arbor and a 1-inch arbor, and came with a box of shims, new, real thin ones. These are the ones that were on this bar here. I should have, I'll have to look back there in the other room in the stuff that I got with the Brown & Sharp. I should have a bunch of shims and everything for this one too, for an inch. I will need to make a bushing, or find a bushing for the 1-inch shaft. Here's a Model H, serial number 46-3692, and from the last 4 digits you look at up on Milwaukee's website, and this is a 1942 Model H light. Gear ratios, it goes the smallest number 35 RPM up to 1400 RPM. All the sight glasses worked while it was running. Oil's running through there, and the one down here in the bottom, it was running. Yeah, flowing oil. Everything works. It worked great. The X-axis traverse and back and forth, up and down. I mean, XYZ. Everything worked great. The gib in it is I loosened it up a little bit because it was so stiff. There we go. There it is. Model H, Milwaukee 2H plane. Kearney and Trecker Corporation, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, that's about all I got time for today. I got to go in and do some honeydew stuff, and that was a 11-hour round trip, plus the 2 hours I spent there looking at the guy's shop. He has a Colchester clone lathe that he might come off of someday when he retires. He's a couple years from retiring and he doesn't use it. It just sets. He said use it very little. So I might be going back over there to pick up that lathe.